Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Levitated. This is Frogman, and we're screwing around with a newly little-fashioned mess of things that I've kind of been fiddling with in between episodes. I've been trying to get a couple of things done and a couple of things sorted, and I kept saying I was going to work on this little room, so we did kind of work on it a little bit. I went ahead and reorganized a little bit of this. I still have a couple of these drawers that I need to get rid of, but for now, we're going to kind of work with this direction. I'm going to stack my ME drives right through the center here, and we're going to keep a reasonable amount of compact storage around, as well as just the regular old large storages. Now, some of this stuff we're going to have to continue to kind of fool around with, and I do have a couple of spares, but at least it looks a little better. I got the floor kind of cleaned up. I have this in here because I don't really want to move that controller right now, and we have our beginnings of a kind of control center system thingy going on. So we have a fluid interface terminal, or fluid terminal, which we are going to be using in this pack eventually. We have an interface terminal that we'll be able to go look at here just in a second. Of course, a regular one, and of course the pattern terminal. So I've been kind of working through things fairly slowly, and I wanted to make sure that at least I had enough of these things going on to do a few things. So we needed one of those, right? Yes. Can I make all of them? No, I need to make a... I really don't want to waste the patterns on some of this stuff, so let's just do quartz glass and 20. So basically what I've been doing is just kind of putting things together so that we can get some stuff going. So let's go upstairs. If I can stand on the thing correctly. I think the general idea of what I want with the applied energistic system and some of the other cabling systems is I want to look at it. I want to kind of see the cables wandering around. I usually try to hide them, and I think this time we're going to kind of just keep them here. So what I've done is this controller has been up here for a while. I kind of left him just to be sitting here. I kind of made this a long time ago, and I haven't even gotten around to fooling with it. So today I decided I was going to set it up. On the side over here, we have our advanced inscribers that are going to be doing the work for us. So it should be, excuse me, calculation, engineering, logistic, and the silicon. And then the thing that actually makes the processors, the one is going to be in the center. So how this one is, it's pretty simple, easy. How it works is we have a single channel coming over here that is touching this ME interface that I have yet to set these patterns up yet. We need to get that going, but I've just now got this thing going. What happens is this ME interface has got a... Can I get this to work so you can actually see it without breaking things? Yeah, I've got the arrow pointed into that chest so that anything that interface sees, it's sending things into this chest. And then, of course, this chest, anything that goes into this chest is then drug out into the individual inscribers. So they each have their own little bitty filters on a Ender IO conduiting system. So what happens is it'll, whatever gets dumped in here will go into the correct inscriber. And once that is finished and over with, and I actually think I am short a piece of cabling. Been fiddling and fooling around with this, trying to make sure it works. Let's go down a little bit. Let me see here. I need some more conduiting. I'm being kind of careful about how I do this time around, mainly because I haven't... It's been a long... God dang it, stand on the thing. Up. It's been a long time since I've gotten to do this. So we're going to make sure this actually functions as well, so you know. Okay. What we're doing here is whatever comes out of this chest. There's two inputs or outputs on this chest. There's the green inputs and green outputs and a brown input. So the first manufactured device needs to go, or the basic component is going to come out on the green channel and go into whichever one of the inscribers it needs to go into based on its filtering properties. Then we have the extract out on a different channel that will then allow it to come into the center inscriber, and these basic item filters hold just enough stuff to be able to get everything done. So whatever we do is whenever we need to make whenever we need to make a processor, we just go ahead and toss the required parts into that chest. It processes through the entire system, and then it goes into this middle one where it is then processed into what it needs. Now, I am doing that this way. We're going to craft it on demand because of the fact that some of the materials that we have are rather rare, and I don't want to sit there and contain 64 or whatever it is. I don't need to be containing a lot of the processors that we have, because it's not a good thing to kind of do that. So let's go ahead here and see if I can convince this thing to do the processors. So I should have a couple of these going, but basically all I should have to do is this. Yeah, it's what I thought I was going to have to do. So if I do that, and then I do a pure, do I have any pure laying around? We're going to be making pure. Everything is going to be pure on these for a while, because of the fact that the Certus quartz crystals are going to be pretty rare for a while. Until we can start really producing them out of the nether, they're going to be pretty rare for a while. But basically all I should have to do is something like this and a piece of silicon, which I think we have, and this, go, and boom. All I need to do there, I think, is going to be that chest. Well, we're going to find out. Let's see. Let's go upstairs. I think it's that chest. I think there's the only chest in the system. Yes. Okay, cool. So then all I got to do with the next one is logic, say, logic processor, same thing. I need you to be in the right interface. Logic processor, go, and I probably should just do this again. I'm just trying to get it for that part because we don't have any gold. Whatever the mod is called, whatever the mod that allows you to be able to select stuff without actually having to craft things, is in this pack, and it's amazing. So I don't have to sit here and continuously craft things. I can just toss something in like this, no, one. God dang it. I hate sometimes the way these terminals work. Thank you. And I need some more patterns. Can you craft for me 10 more patterns? Yes, you can. We're still okay on that part. So that is another one that can go in up here. And then we can do the final one, which is an engineering processor. So I just need to get rid of you. And I think we have engineering processors at this point. If I can spell, we don't need a fence. I need one of those. Thank you. Pattern, 10 patterns go. Thank you very much. I always love how the first thing you craft is a pattern. It's what's the first thing you teach it how to make? A pattern. So we'll go ahead and just make sure that we're getting those in there. Good deal. Cool. And you can have that so that it shouldn't go anywhere. Now I did go ahead and hook up the sag mill and the alloy smelter over here just so that we can utilize them to do various things. And hello, emails. Why is that not producing anything? We may need to go to the nether. We may have a problem. That's supposed to have stuff in it, but whatever. We'll go take a look at that very quickly. I think the other thing I did in between episodes is I went ahead and ran a cable all the way over to here, and we went ahead and hooked up a couple of these liquid compressors into the pressure chamber so that we can utilize it when we need to. And I went ahead and made a pressure tube gauge module. So pressure tube, let me see, gauge. Boy, you cannot today spell. Pressure tube gauge module is basically a pressure gauge, which is nothing more than this, and a pressure tube. And what that dude does is it allows you to be able to sense the amount of stuff that is coming out of this, or what is coming out of this system. So right now it should be sitting a little bit under 5 what is it? Not PSI, 5 bar, excuse me. I'm from America. We use PSI here, not bar. What I did do is I used a specialized circuit to kind of help with this thing. And this is one of those first things you tend to want to make with these is where is it? The advanced PCBs. Now, what an advanced PCB will do is it'll allow you to change the way your tube modules function. By default, that thing takes a lot of extra redstone to be able to work correctly. You need to have some kind of way to measure against a signal to be able to turn a couple of things off, or you need to be able to run like 15 pieces of redstone out and around in order to be able to shut things off. And that's really annoying, and I hate that. So one of the first things I usually do is I will craft that advanced PCB. What you do is you click it on the little tube module, and it gives you the ability to tell it when to emit certain amounts of pressure, to the point that it even has an advanced configuration where you can say higher, lower, up or down, or faster, or anything else in the world. Makes all of these small little things very much simple and easy to put together. And I have this kind of sitting here just so that I know when this is going to work or when it's not functioning. So it's just kind of, you kind of got to play around with stuff and make sure that everything is working the way it's supposed to be working. So I do think the only other thing we have done is I got rid of the Ender IO conduit that ran all the way over to here and over to that point because I already had a whole bunch of the network cable from XNet running around. So we're just going to kind of slowly remove some of that stuff. I'm not even going to really kind of try to use Ender IO conduiting unless I absolutely have to. In case in point here, for whatever reason, this is like the only block that I know of, well, at least one of the only actual blocks that exist in Ender IO that doesn't have an output, an auto output. Same thing with this one over here. There's a couple of blocks that don't do it, but like the machines, they auto output and do various things. So I think I could probably put like a buffer. I think there's something called a buffer. I think I can use like this item buffer here and it would pull stuff out of that and put it into wherever I wanted to, or I could use it to interact. But the connectors from XNet do not interact with these vacuum chests, which is not cool. And I'm assuming at that point they also don't interact with the XP vacuums too. So let's go upstairs. Oh yeah, we moved it. I need to go there. Now that I've jabbered and yabbered along for a little while, I've got this kind of going. I was going to bring you guys in and show you how to do it, but I mean, everybody's how to do it, how I do it. Everybody does, you know, applied energistics their own way. You do things however you want to, even so much as like my molecular assemblers. I mean, right now we're only going to use one molecular assembler per interface because of the fact that I only have one crafting storage here. And eventually what we will be doing is we will be changing how this system works. But this is how I like to do it. I'll do this and then I will surround those interfaces with four, or they'll usually have 4 molecular assemblers because you can make, 4 or 5 different things happen. Plus, you can also make sure these things work. You can do your pyramids. You can do all the kinds of silly things. I could put a interface on all 4 sides of this molecular assembler. But the thing is if the molecular assembler is busy and I need to be able to do a craft with another interface that's on the other side of it, I have to wait until the other crafting thing is done. So that's why I usually build them like this, and then I spread my patterns out evenly across all of the interfaces, and I try to make sure that, say, let's go down here where this interface terminal is. I try to make sure when I'm building things, quit bouncing, that certain interfaces or certain recipes are not going to require something that's in the same interface. So like if we have here the pure Certus quartz crystal is for this one, but it's going to have to be crafted in a different system. So that way it's not trying to craft this and then that, it's going to craft this and this at the same time. So it's kind of one of those you just want to be careful when you do that kind of thing. So what I want to do today, and I know it's going to be kind of silly, what I want to do is I kind of want to advance in some of the magic that we have. I want to start working a little bit with Botania, but I need to be able to get a couple of things first. What I want to be able to do is I want to be able to make cake. I want to be able to make cake. And in order to make cake, we need cows and chickens. Unfortunately, we're in the end, and there are no ways of getting cows and or chickens. Now, I've tried to play around with the chickens that the zombie pigmen the baby zombie pigmen in the nether tend to ride around on, and they are not tameable. They are technically not passive mobs, and if you leave them for any period of time, they despawn, and they also do not lay eggs. So we need to get some different things. What I'm going to look at first, I think, we want to check to make sure that there isn't any specific fancy way we can get eggs, and there isn't any specific fancy way there, so we need milk, and I'm pretty sure milk is only going to be got by milking a cow, so that means we have to craft at least 1 cow and 1 chicken today. So, in order to get a cow and a chicken, or a cow egg and a chicken egg, we need to be able to make some monster jerky. So that means we need to go ahead and make some, what's the quickest way? I wonder how to get this. Is that going to be the only way? All right, so we'll grab one of those and get that going because that's going to take a while for us. So can we do the chicken faster? Chickens are going to be a feather, a wow. I think we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. Give me one of those. I forget that those world seeds are not that hard to make. Go. Thank you. Let's see. We need to make a world seed for the chicken. So I need a piece of grass block. Thank you. Which I should have. World seed. Go. Thank you. I remember it's been a while since I've used one of those. We'll have to play with that in a little bit. Chicken. Guess I can get rid of these over here. Let's mark that so we know what we're doing. Floral white powder, 2 of those, a bucket of blood, and I'm assuming this is going to work reasonably well. So a feather. We have 1 feather. Do we have any leather? Couple of leather. And what else was it? Bucket of blood and floral white powder. So bucket, I should have a few on us. I made a whole bunch last episode, so I think we still have enough blood. If not, I'm going to have to cook some up. Boing. Yeah, I'm going to have to cook some up. Let's see. Put you over here, and we'll go grab a bunch of this rotten flesh, and it's going to take forever to do anything, but that's okay. Yep. Run into the wall. Quit looking at the monitor. Hello? Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then you just do that. Might have to just go get several stacks of that. That's why we made the 1 farm. So let's go ahead and grab several stacks of this stuff so we can make a whole bunch of that. Because I think this will be interesting. So we'll just let it do what it needs to do. Go. I would think that probably would be able to keep up with the system. Cool. Can I get another one? Yes. I think the cow is guaranteed. Maybe cow. Some of these are not guaranteed. When you look at them, some of them are not very guaranteed. And I forget exactly which ones are the ones that aren't guaranteed. Consumes catalyst. I think that's how that works. So we're just going to go ahead and let that roll. So let's see. Chicken is going to need a white floral powder, a feather, 2 of those, and 2 of those. White floral powder with our thing. And hopefully, we should be able to get this done. Now, do I have one of these just in case? We're going to need chickens regardless, so it's just going to be one of those fun things. According to this, we need floral powder, bucket of blood, 2 of those, and 2 of these. So this, and that. Yay! Cool. Come here, you. You don't get away from me right now. Now, we're going to wait on that, I guess, for a second. Did I leave? I need to go down here. I had a chicken containment unit set up over there. I do not have it anymore, so let's go ahead and make a, whoops, chicken containment unit. Chest. Chest. Let's just grab that one for right now. And I need a hopper. So we'll go ahead and set him up. We're going to have to start farming this so that they can start doing a few things. Let's see. I want some bricks. Bricks. Awesome. Cool. Did I get it picked up? I don't know how I keep doing that. All right, we're going to go over there, and we're going to put this guy about as far away from us as we can stand because I don't feel like listening to him make noise, but I'm just going to go ahead and do the fairly standard thing of build a little containment area for the chicken to hang out in while it tries to produce eggs, and I may go ahead, for that matter, and make another thing, but there is a slightly terrible chicken farm. Now, you should stay right there, technically. So, let me see. Do I have my rockets? Let's go get away from it and see if he despawns. Holy cow. How did I get that high in the air that quick? Where's base? We're 300 and some odd blocks in the air. There it is. I just want to make sure that he didn't despawn on us. Ow. Because I've had so much trouble with this. I've caught several of these guys already, And they have all managed to despawn. Okay, he's still here. Good. All right, that means he's a passive mob, and in a little while we should have an egg. Let's go see if the cow is ready to go. We're getting there. Okay, cool. Let's see. Where is lunch? Eat my cookie. Yummy. And I don't know, did we eat this? Yes, we did. Good deal. Cool, cool, cool. So for a cow, let's get rid of this. Cow, cow, cow. Spawn cow egg is mark. Organic brown dye, leather, and 2 wheat. Do we have any more leather, or am I going to have to make some? I do believe I had plenty of leather. We need 1 too. Brown dye. DY. Brown dye. How much of a pain in the butt is that going to be? Cocoa beans. Slime ball. Pulverized charcoal. Do we have charcoal? Charcoal? No. Let's see. I need some of that. Can you make for me really quickly, please? Can I not burn wisdom logs? Wow. Let me see. I think we should have some charcoal over here then. Let's grab a light duty stack of this. Thank you. And I know I have some cocoa beans because I went and got some cocoa beans. So let's go do this. I'll just let you work on that because we're going to need some of that stuff anyway. So, brown dye. Brown dye, brown dye. Organic brown dye. Wonderful. Hit the button on that too. Dang it. That too. So, cocoa beans, slime ball, 2 of those, 2 of those. Slime balls, which we should have plenty of, and if not, I can always craft a few more. Cocoa beans I've got, charcoal dust I've got now. Let's go ahead and stick this in here. I'm assuming that's going to be an alloy. Yes. Cool. Nice, thank you. Go back on furnace. Charcoal, we'll put you away, and we needed this, 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 and what else? The brown dye and wheat. 1 of those, thank you, and 2 of those, and our lasso, which I should have already, and I'll just toss these guys up here with that, with those villagers. So that, and this. I might make another chicken, too. Hello, sir. Thank you. How are you? Can we get it without screwing up? Yep. I'm going to let you hang out with these guys. Dang it, I screwed up. Up. Need to work on real flight. Need to work on real flight. But there is 1, 2. Yay. Now we can automatically do some stuff with that. Great. Cool. I don't know why some days I can get this to work. And then some days I cannot for the life of me. Come on. There we go. I just need it out of the dang spot. Cool. All right. So now what we're going to have to do is wait on the chicken egg to show up. So actually, can we make another chicken? Just for decency's sake. What does it take? Another 2 of those and another feather. Feather. Yes, let's make 1 more chicken. And I need the 2 world seeds that we have. Do we have any more leather? 1, 2. And I have 1 more bucket of blood, and I just need another piece of floral fertilizer. Floral powder. And we can make another chicken. And then wait around on this to get done. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and spawn this dude, and then we'll cut it, and we'll wait for the guy to show up. So I will see you guys in a little bit, because I would like to at least be able to make a cake today. Oh, well, that explains that problem. That explains that problem. That's not good. How much fun is this going to be? Oh, wait a minute. Wait. We have a teleporter there. We have a teleporter. Let's go check the teleporter. I was wondering why we weren't making any things. I have a feeling that we need to move the pump. Okay, that explains that whole problem. Yes, I kind of figured that was going to be the case. Okay, cool. All right, well, I'm going to do that, and then we'll be back. Maybe I'll move it towards that stuff so we can get that thing out of here, but cool. All right, next. Alrighty then, that's tree whole eggs. That's what I wanted, at least for the moment. We needed at least 2 or 3. We're going to go ahead for the probably remainder of today and get started on the next silly project. Like I said, I want to try to get a little bit more stuff done with some magic, and I want to get some more stuff done with deep mob learning. Now that we have the power, or at least we have some of the power, I want to start getting some more data models. Models. And the way to get some of the data models is kind of to think about how you could artificially spawn certain mobs. So we're in the end, and we now have access to the nether, but that still doesn't really make use for a lot of the things that we need to do. I want to artificially spawn, or at least try to artificially spawn, something other than what we can already spawn. So we got the witch model. We got this witch model because of the fact that witches would spawn when we were fighting the Enderman with the little challenge questy thingy dealy, which we don't need to worry about anymore because we've done all that stuff. But there's another way to kind of artificially spawn mobs, and it will work here, and it's called Alunium. Lunium is a functional flower from Botania, which is a kind of a loot flower. And I know probably some of y'all have messed with Botania know how this flower works, or at least how it used to work. And how it works now is not the way that it used to work. What it used to do was it used to just randomly generate dungeon loot. Now what it does, or at least in the last several updates, it spawns a kind of a little bit heavier duty mob, and you have to kill said mob to get your dungeon loot. The funny part about it is the mobs that it spawns work with the data models, meaning I can craft a skeleton data model and kill 4 or 5 skeletons and have the stuff enough to be able to then put it into one of these simulation chambers and let it run repeatedly over and over and over again. So guaranteed, we'll get spiders, we'll get skeletons, we'll get zombies, and we'll get creepers using Alunium. So what I want to try to do is craft one of these. Now, whether or not we're going to get that done today because of the fact it's pretty nasty ugly, it's one of those hard things to do. I think what I want to do today, for most part, is we need to craft a rune of winter, at least one. So let's work on a rune of winter. A rune of winter is a big problem because it requires some of these things that we kind of didn't have access to up until just a little bit ago. So now we have the ability to make cake. So let's bake a cake, which is amazing because if I think correctly, this should unlock quite a few things for us. So let's put those away. I'm going to put all this away in here too. If I remember correctly, that rune of winter is also behind something else, right? Where's it at? Where did you go? Rune of winter. Yes. We weren't able to make these either, so I will probably eventually work my way towards making the total complete Terra Steel armor set now as well, because of the fact that I can now do that. That means we can craft all of the runes, that we can craft anything that needs to go with any of these runes. I think even the Rune of Gluttony has some other things to do besides that. So Munch Dews, ooh, we could be generating stuff from that. Kekmiris's, and the Lunian, of course. This guy's really nasty, though. He requires a lot of mana and a lot of things and a lot of stuff. So we got our cake going. Let's go ahead and get a Rune of Winter going. So we need a cake, Rune of Water, and 2 pieces of snow. Do we have any snow on us at all, or am I going to have to do this the hard way? Snow. Snow is craftable with a pure daisy and some water. Where are those buckets that we had? Bucket. This is going to take a bit. So let's go get our stuff. I'd like to at least get that Rune of Winter crafted today. And while I'm at it, I'm going to make a few pieces of snow. Because we do have the ability to make it. I just have to be careful with this guy. Where are all the other ones we had? I really got to quit doing that now. Where are the rest of the pure daisies? Can I make a flute? We won't even worry about him. We just need a piece of dirt. 1 piece of dirt, and I have some stuff, so we'll just go ahead and plop this down and dirty like right here. dirt, daisy, block, 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 block. And I think we can just try that for right now. And then I did get 3 buckets of water. So we do this, we do this, and we do this. I'm making 3 just in case. We don't need 3. I think we only need 1. I think all said and done total, we just need 1. Rune of Winter also requires some wool, which I don't think we can do. We have a piece of wool. Wonderful. So move all these out of the way. Cake down. Cool. All this stuff go. Rune of Winter is a Rune of Earth, a Rune of Water, and 2 pieces of snow, which we will get as soon as it transforms those. Water, Earth. Yes, water, earth, and 2 pieces of snow. Come on. I know this takes a little bit, but, you know, it doesn't take that long. Oh, right. Yeah, you're going to turn those into cobblestone first. Whoops. Where's my shovel? Do I even own a shovel at this point? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. Come on. Alrighty, that took long enough. Come here. Yes, I realize I could probably have built something else that would do that, but at least now we have the snow block. So 1, 2, and an extra. Cool, great, wonderful. That means I think I can create a glacial precipitator now, or who knows what. Where is our thing? We need to put you down, cake, this, 1, 2, and there we go. Awesome. Where is all of my living rock? Living rock. We have a little bit of that stuff. I may need to make some more of this. Let's see. And I need my wand. Awesome. Plunk. Go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That means we can move on forward with this. That's where I wanted to get today, guys. Next episode, we are going to be crafting that thing, and then we're going to be crafting the Lunium. I'm probably going to craft the majority of the parts off camera because it's several tier 3 runes that thing needs to be able to make, and that's going to take a little while to get all the stuff together. But we're going to fight a few mobs and hopefully get a couple of data modules in the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye now.